Hello and welcome to the Gaming Chronicles. Today we will continue Final Fantasy VI, the Pixel Remaster. So let's fire it up. Alrighty, in our previous episode, we witnessed the end of the world. The world of balance is no longer, and now we are in the world of ruin. And now we're just with Celes, of course, and let's check. I think we need to make sure that our, boost is not, I don't want this on. That was for our leveling up of who was the last person? Mog? It doesn't matter. Anyway, Celes is Celes. Okay, yeah, that's right. I usually mispronounce her name because I think Celes is the pronunciation which is correct because her full name is Celestial. However, it doesn't roll off my tongue very well, so I usually end up saying Celes, which is more of the inflection I think from my Italian side of my brain. But anyway, that doesn't matter. The Killer Mantis. Okay, we're not going to be fighting any enemies. We're going to be running away from all these for the first little bit. The Killer Mantis, if I remember correctly, does have a pretty good rage. Maybe Fafnir too, but Fafnir is kind of hard to. Well, actually, it doesn't matter because when we get to the Veldt, it doesn't matter. Do you see that tower? Not yet. But anyway, now we are left alone in the world of ruin, and things are very melancholy and a little depressing, of course. Let's see, I don't think we need anything from this. Yeah, let's see if we can clean up our bags here. And so anyway, we can notice right away the music from the town, the overworld, very subdued, melancholy, drawn out tones and notes to indicate that things are pretty sad now for the residents of the world, and there is a lot of hopelessness. There's a lot of desperateness, and people people are just kind of waiting around now for the end of all things, as we'll see. Anyway, I should probably get rid of some of these things. Let's see. It's like I could probably get rid of the Mithril Vest, but I don't know. Same thing with like the like Thief's Knife. Wait, no, we want that still. Thief's Bracer. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of these that are like, I could probably get rid of them, but I don't know. I'm ridiculous. Let's see. We probably could get rid of, well, we'll get rid of the golden stuff soonish, I think. Trade that out for diamond gear. Let's see. Assassin's Dagger. Oh, yep. This nonsense is happening again where I'm just hoarding a bunch of stuff because I don't know if I'm going to need them for that one fight, you know. Alright, oh, I can get rid of the Mithril Rod. What, we've sold two things, a sleeping bag and the Mithril Rod? That's pathetic. Wasn't there another, sword up here somewhere that we could get rid of? The Kazakiri? Yeah. But I'm not sure if I want to dual wield or not with, what's his face? Cayenne. I think I've been pronouncing his name wrong too. Okay, let's talk to this guy. So this guy's comment is kind of reflective, it seems to me, how Kefka is now positioned in the world, right? Practically a god, he's in this tower, the power of the Warring Triad at his command. He's not like in complete command of the Warring Triad, but he has the ability, because the Warring Triad, they're out of control. They're unbalanced, and so their power is going haywire. But Kefka, because he is so powerful, has the ability to direct that power, and we saw that, of course, as the world was ending when he moved around the Warring Triad and struck down Emperor Gestal and caused the world to be thrown out of whack. It probably would have been worse if Celes and Shadow hadn't intervened. So anyway, so that's kind of how it seems that it is. It's that Kefka's not all powerful, all in control, but does have enough power to direct the power of the triad. Anyway, let's talk to this guy. That sparkle in your eye. Oh, a young martial artist. He had that same and determined look. So, yes, Celes, Celes, not Celes, Celes. Anyway, probably doesn't matter that much. Yeah, we don't need anything here. This guy has some information. 2 weapons known as Ultima weapons were used during the War of the Magi 1,000 years ago. One was a sword whose blade formed from its wielder's strength. The other was a monster born for destruction. We've got the sword, and now we just and we've defeated the monster. Oppose Kefka's will, and he'll fry your town with the light of judgment. There's no point in even trying to go against him. The world's ruined, there's nothing left. So he reflects, you know, a lot of the hopelessness that's going around in abundance. Many ancient monsters that had long been sealed away were released when the world was ripped apart. Humbaba, Deathgaze, even the 8 legendary dragons. So his comment draws out a lot of questions, right? At least it did for me. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. So now there are all these new monsters that we're gonna be fighting in the world of Ruin, and I think it helps you realize that there's there's a lot more game left to be played versus any of the previous Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy VI went quite a bit longer, not just because of the cutscenes, but also just because of the story itself and the progression of first the world of balance into the world of ruin. I don't know if you call that progression because the world got worse, but as far as the the plot advancing. All right, so he talks about a painting that he did of the Emperor, so he sold it to a rich guy in Jidur named Auser. That's a seemingly random piece of information. All right, so let's leave here. I don't think there's anybody in the harbor. Let's just take a look here. So, going back to Celes, right? It's interesting to see how we start with her. And I think it's interesting that we start with her because at the beginning of the game, or at the beginning of the time when we first see her, right? When she's rescued by the Returners. I don't think we need these, but I'll get a pair just in case. That she has this attitude of kind of a very steely, not emotionless, but someone who has tried really hard to suppress her. I'm not sure. Not her personality, but maybe her humanity, because since a child she's been infused with Magitech. She's been turned into this general. She's the general who became famous for the conquest of Miranda. Her whole life was dedicated to the Empire and its conquest. And I wonder if we'll ever see days like those again. Maybe, but probably not. But anyway, business is the last thing on my mind. Yeah, I know. Debris gravitated to the center of this continent from all over the world. That's what formed Kefka's Tower. So Kefka's Tower is just a giant pile of garbage. Good to know. So going back to how Celes is the first, or is the party member that you start with, right? I saw Deathgage soaring up among the clouds the other day. I'd hate to think what happened. Yeah, that's a little bit of foreshadowing. So anyway, Celes, we've been here. She is the person that we start out with, and I find that interesting because she has this relationship that she forms with Sid for a brief time, although it may be. And this guy, of course, is talking about the Crusader, which will be important to us later on. No, never mind. Oh, do I now? He went to Tzen. Well, I guess we know where we're going. And anyway, so Celes, she starts to regain or have her humanity resurface, and not just with Sid, but a little bit beforehand too, right? As she fights alongside the returners more and more, she starts to, gain hope. As she starts to have a budding relationship with Locke, her emotions begin to return, and her feelings, I don't know if humanity is the right word, but just the Serpent Trench is no longer a valley in the ocean floor. It's above the surface now. Eerie place too. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So here we go. Uh, but anyway, yeah, starting with Celeste is very interesting, I think, for a lot of reasons. But there's just being a couple of them. Let's see if we can catch these guys. Hello. All this just because someone acted against Kefka's will. Let's see, catch this old lady. Hey, 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 hey. There are monsters inside that house. They keep petrifying anyone who goes into hell. Okay. I don't... Hurry or the house will collapse. Alright, I'm not gonna try and talk to this old man. Come on. Come on, old man. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Help. Okay, so equip. I guess the ribbon? I don't know. We'll do a quick save. Save it. Oh, Celes. Let me help you. So we're gonna go in and, yep, save the kid. Alright, 6 minutes. Was that always the amount of time that we had? That seems like a lot. Now, it's not the scorpions that have the petrify, right? Or is it? I don't remember. But anyway, 6 minutes seems like a lot. So we're just gonna run away from all the fights. And Holy Rod. And so Celes, I guess it's worth mentioning, at least I think it is, that the individual that we talked to in Albrook said that I have to fight. I have to take the fight now. I can't run away. Come on. Thunder Rod. Let's do this. There we go. That'll do her. Oh, wait. Do we have our multiplier on still for when we leveled Mog? Okay, no. I couldn't remember if we did that at the beginning of the episode or not. And, oh, monster in a box. Okay. I think we can just, run away. Even though that was only literally a couple minutes ago that we probably, that we did that we changed it back. Anyway. Blood Sword. Ooh, this is a good one. Because it increases our magic, or our evasion, I think it is, yeah. It's nice just to have for the evasion, because we'll still use Celes for mostly for magic and runic ability. Okay, run away. It is nice that you can run away from the Nightwalkers in the monster in a box and not have to fight. Don't worry, you're safe now. Magicite shard. Don't forget that. I think that's all the chests, yeah? Okay, let's get out of here. Oh, whoops, that was dumb. We went the wrong way. Yeah, I don't know that this was it. What was 6 minutes? It seems like this is way more time than they originally gave you. I thought it was 4 minutes. I could be wrong. Maybe it just seems like it's way too much time because you have the inherent dash ability, but I thought that was just a feature of. Oops, I thought that was just a feature of Final Fantasy VI, right? Was the dash command? I don't know. Took you long enough. We've been utilizing the dash command since the beginning of the Pixel Remaster series. Oh dear. That I can't remember which Final Fantasy that the dash command was implemented in, if it was 6 or what. Anyway. or if it was just a setting that you had to do on your options. Of course I am. Did you think a little thing like the end of the world was going to do me in? Way to, way to maintain a positive attitude. But I was wrong. Yeah, so going back to Celes and how on the island she has this whole, basically an existential crisis kind of, and how, you know, she developed a relationship with Sid, he dies, she gives up hope, she launches herself from the cliff, and then just seeing that bird with locks, presumed, of course, headband, just fills her with enough hope that she has the courage to go out on that raft and, you know, drift to wherever the ocean will take her. And then to journey all the way here in the hope that she can find which, you know, who she presumes to be Sabin. I'm not sure, or I'm sure we're not the only ones. We need to find everyone, and then smash Kefka and deliver peace to the world. All right, count me in. So this is the first time that we have that, you know, that theme of to the east you'll find the valley that was once the Serpent Trench. If you keep going east, you'll find Mobliz. I heard the village was burned to the ground by the light of judgment, though. Hey, you're welcome. Alright, let's talk to people here. Ooh, Humbaba. Alright, let's see here. Do we need any... I don't think there's any... Yeah, there's no relics that we don't have that we haven't bought. Or that, yeah, there's no unbought relics now. Okay, anyone who opposes Kefka is killed. He burns down their entire town. I saw when Kefka used his light of judgment to torch the village of Mobliz. So if you were there, how did you get all the way over here safely? Gives me the heebie-jeebies. Let's see. I think we're good on all this stuff. Super Ball. What? Super Ball. Interesting. Was this in the original Final Fantasy VI? Probably. I just didn't remember it. And I probably never bought it because it was 10,000 gil, and I would be like, what? I'm such a cheapskate. I'm not gonna buy that. Even though I always had a ridiculous supply of gil. Gil, not guild, gil. I mean, we have 348,000, which is plenty. I would usually have even more getting... Let's see, do we want... Oh, we haven't equipped Sabin yet. I'm like, why is everything an upgrade for him? I don't think... Let's see. Smite Evil, so that says holy damage, basically. And that has poison damage. I don't think that we'll need either of them. But, let's equip the Venom Claws. No. We'll equip the Burning Fists. Fire damage is usually better anyway, no matter what. Anyway, let's go equip them with the stuff. Hermes Sandals, like usual. And let's go again, give him the White Cape. That's such a good relic. Let's see, do we want Guy Gear or Power Sash? Ooh, I don't know. Both of them give defense and magic evasion. Probably the Power Sash, yeah? Because this gives us strength, agility, and stamina, plus it gives... Yeah, okay, yes, let's go Power Stash. And then, let's see, Tiger Mask or Twist Headband. Let's see, that gives us defense plus 16 and magic defense plus 10. Oh yeah, that's way better. Way better. Okay, that'll do. You're welcome. This dancer's practicing her moves. Nikeah, ships are still selling out of there. Alright, so we have two places that have been mentioned. And so the first place we are going to go is Mobliz. And one thing I want to mention is why I decided to go to level 25. Well, level 25, I decided to. I don't think we necessarily had to do it for everybody, but I did it just because that's where I needed Celes and um, Sabin to be. Because our. Where's that Chocobo stable? Is it north? It's north. Anyway, so there's a boss that we're going to be fighting soon, Humbaba, and he has the Thousand Needles ability, which always does a guaranteed 1,000 damage no matter what. And so we needed at least these two to have 1,000 HP to take on that battle. And basically, the strategy is going to be with Humbaba to keep everybody, or keep both people. Where is that stable? I passed it, idiot. Okay. Is to keep both us, Celes and Sabin, at full health, essentially, until, or the whole fight, because he can cast 1,000 needles anytime. And while I've heard it from other people that no, he doesn't do it very often, I never trust the RNG that I am given, because let's see, where are we going? I'm so bad on chocobos. Okay, there we go. This way. Yep. Oh, that's right. This way. Anyway, and so I always want to. We just walked on the water. I always want to make sure that I am prepared to take that 1,000 needles hit. Because I really find it annoying when you have to use the Phoenix down, and then of course the next time they attack the person who's just been rezzed, and then they die again, and you have to do that all over again. I really get annoyed by that, so I would rather just keep everybody, hello doggies, up to full HP and take the battle a little bit more slowly. By the way, and Zone Seeker has a good, let's see, what do we want to do? Zone Seeker has a good ability anyway. I don't think Phantom will help us really. We'll do it just in case. The Golem's not going to be much of a help. Let's put you to full health. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's go into this house and see what's going on here. And oh, there's more items available to us now, right? There we go. Let's go into this house real quick. Now that we're in the world of Ruin, we can get all the items. I thought there was a secret passage here. Maybe we can't get there yet. Okay, doesn't matter. And I don't think there's anything in here except the oh, the shopkeeper's not even here. All right. Well, then we'll just head in here. I don't want to fight my way in here. You're just children. Wait. Hey, look who it is. It's Terra. Mama? Are these people your friends? They're calling you Mama? What's this? I wanted to see you again. Terra, come with us. There's no saving this world unless we defeat Kefka once and for all. I know, but... And then she disappears into the room. Mom and Dad covered us with the light hit, when the light hit, and then they didn't move anymore after that. We called Terra Mama. Oh. The soldier in our village who was hurt went to sleep and didn't wake up. Oh, the light took everyone. Everyone, mom, dad. Yeah, if you remember, the soldier. This was the very soldier who we did all the favors for that gave us the tintinabulum, and so that was kind of sad to hear. Oh, oh, that's so precious. Oh, how can you ask Tara to come with you after all that? So I would like to I would like to mention something here. So Tara, she starts to tell us, I can't fight anymore. I the very day the world collapsed, Kafka turned to light of judgment, blah blah blah. They all died trying to protect their children. So here's the flashback of when that happened. Uh, and and seeing this now, that this is something that really resonates differently for me. So playing it as a kid, it resonates much differently when you're playing it as a parent. Because playing it as a kid, the way that I saw this was thinking to myself, whoa, what if I lost my parents in not something, like this, but in an accident? What would happen if I lost my parents in an accident and I was an orphan? How terrifying that would be as a child, and how scary that would be. Who would come in to take care of me? And then now vice versa. It's how would that be if I as a parent died protecting my children from something, from a danger, and leaving them alone? That also is terrifying in a different way. So it just is. But both of them, struck really deep feelings of, I guess, applicability to me in both cases. But anyway, now Tara comes back and says, "It's just a village of children. They clung to me the moment I arrived, so they just, you could tell they needed someone. They were probably scared for their lives. They probably, well, many things. They needed me." And then Dwayne and Katarine, and then Dwayne comes and, "You can't take care of her from us." Please forgive him. If we lose Tara, we lose the only thing that's holding this village together. I don't know why these kids need me. And it's not like there's anything forcing me to protect them. It's the strangest feeling. And so now we're seeing something, and I'll just pause the dialogue here to make some commentary, because we have Tara now, who at the beginning of the game she was this completely controlled puppet by the Empire, and then slowly she started to gain her memories back, but she still didn't really have any experience with emotions or anything like that. From almost the first, I think was it our second episode or even first, that Edgar, when he sees her, he tries to flirt with her and makes some moves on her, but Tara, recognizing that he's flirting, also recognizes that this has no effect on me. Other girls might feel something, but not me. And so she questions her own, humanity, but then slowly but surely, um, she starts to become more engaged with the returners, and there's this faint flicker of of her humanity surfacing, even after, and this is after, of course, we discover her heritage and her past and everything that has led up to that point. And now, a year after the World of Ruin, we can see that she's beginning to really develop the human side of her, these emotions. And if you think about it in the context of how a human from birth to adulthood develops, that so this next line, "The feeling took root inside of me. I lost the strength to keep fighting." She's basically gone from, zero to adulthood with gaining and growing emotions in the time that a regular human, if you will, does throughout all of those years. So she's been bombed and flooded with all these emotions, and she's probably drained from it. And and now that she has these children that have may been a catalyst for that, she doesn't have a will to fight like Celes and Sabin want her to, and so she's very conflicted. And I've heard a lot of criticism come on Terra because of how they wrote this, but if you go and I think it was an interview, and in an interview with the character devs that wrote Terra, this is a very key and important moment in Terra's development of her humanity, and how she is explaining this. She can't describe it, but the more she's exploring it, the more she and the way that she says, "I lose my strength to fight," shouldn't be misinterpreted. I feel it's more she doesn't want to uh, lose the children. She doesn't want to lose these feelings, or where these feelings are headed. So it's like it's taking priority. But anyway, I think the translation from Japanese to English was difficult to capture anyway. Um, so yeah. So anyway, but I've heard criticism how they on how they wrote that, saying, "Oh well, they've made Terra look weak here, or they've made Terra out of character, or several other things." But I disagree. I think that this was a very pivotal scene to illustrate how Terra's development um, into her humanity has brought her to this very conflicted point. Because now, as soon as this kid says Mbaba's coming, Terra does not hesitate to run out the door and defend the children and the village from this threat. Uh, the ancient monster released from the depths of the earth by the cataclysm. I have to. So it's not like she's lost the total will to fight, but rather, and this is an unwinnable fight, so we're just gonna defend and let him cast. I think it's Thundaga or something on us. It's scripted. Yeah, there it is, and it's like 3,000 damage or something. Okay, 1,600, whatever. It's a one shot every time. Or if for some reason you've like leveled up, like over leveled beforehand, you can't kill him. He is literally unbeatable. So Terra is meant to be KO'd here, I think. And then now it's all up to Celes and Sabin. So let's go ahead and cast Runic. Blitz. Actually, let's cast Phantom, just to kind of help us out a little bit. I think this will help us with Solar Plexus and let's see, Solar Plexus. And, oh wait! We don't want to cast Cure. We need to do. Dang it! That was so stupid. Let's put ourselves in Vanish again. My bad. We need to use potions. We need to use potions. We might have shot ourselves in the foot here. Okay, no good. Okay. Okay, let's do magic and bio. I think is the best one. We can do bio or we can do poison. That's the only thing he's weak to. A couple rounds of this we'll do. But anyway, now that we're vanished, this will help us with dealing with his damage, and then if he does cast 1,000 Needles, it will be a successful hit, I believe. Dang it. Okay, well, that didn't go as planned, but whatever. It helped us out for a little while. We'll say that. Bio. If we can get him down without him casting 1,000 Needles on us, that would be fantastic. Flee. Okay, excellent. He did. Alright, so he's gone. He fled. Alrighty, so Terra saying once again, I guess I really don't have the strength to fight anymore. So it's more like she doesn't have the will. It's not like she doesn't have the will. It's she's saying that she doesn't have the strength. And I believe that it's personally, I believe that based off of the scenes and everything, how she has a very strong will to fight for the children. So her sense of fighting for what is right and fighting for a cause, right? That's still in her. But that these transformations that have come because of the the emotions and the surfacing and development of her humanity have had this change on her, and she doesn't know how to reconcile that yet. And that's where I've heard a lot of criticism where people say, well, Terra is this power, she's this super powerful, half Esper, half human. How could she just go down so fast in a fight? Why did they script a fight whether she gets defeated so easily? And and I just think that it's because uh, these conflicts of emotions have had this very real mental and emotional toil and on her and and strain. And for anyone who is a parent or has taken a parental role knows that when you have the responsibility of children, especially all these kids, I mean, there was what, a good dozen of them, that you you invest so much emotion and and strength, if you will, into them that uh, she's probably experiencing this drain that comes from being in a parental role and doesn't know how to maybe not recognize that because let's see, but Tara, I think if we let's see after a little more time, I need to understand what's happening. I'm sorry, I'm staying here. The children need me. Yeah, so she feels like she's on the verge of understanding something very important. Um, oh, and these kids, yeah, you can't take Tara away from the kids. So anyway, thanks for scaring Hababa away. This fell off the chain around his neck. So the whole reason we came here was this Fenrir Magicite, and as we can see, he gives illusionary images of all allies, which is pretty good. It's a pretty good utility ability. He gives a banish, and he gives MP plus 30% on level up, which is fantastic. So we will be utilizing that later on. That was a very, very smooth fight. The fact that Humbaba didn't cast, let's see, let's one here. There's our mom and they're our big brother and sister. Aww. I think. And then they say the same thing. I saw them kissing. Delight. And then yeah, she says everything now. No, I'm not. I would feel totally guilty doing that. Alrighty, so this was a little side venture, and so we didn't even need the 1,000 hit points that level 25 gave us, fortunately. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go down here to the. Oh wait. Uh, we don't need you to have the ribbon anymore. Yeah, I give you the white cape. I just like the evasion and the defensive. Where's the entrance? There it is. Ability so much better at this point, unless we come to a fight or a place where there's a specific monster that we need to have ribbons or a specific immunity against. Then we'll put that stuff on. But generally speaking, I mean, I think I've mentioned this, how evasion in this game works very well, and it's balanced very well. And when I say very well, I don't mean that you can be OP because of your evasion rating. I just mean that it it just works. I mean, it's a very desired statistic. Like if I had to choose between, evasion and, something else like stamina or strength or even agility, I would probably choose the evasion because evasion is fairly balanced, and the more you stack it, the higher returns that you have, right? So here's Nikeah. This is where we're supposed to go, right? Hold on, I might need to check my notes. I need to check my notes. This old notebook full of poorly written chicken scratches. Yeah, go to Fafnir. Okay, yeah, go to Nikeah to find Edgar. But we're not going to find Edgar. We're going to find a dashing young man named Gerard. or Jared, or however you say it. Where's that? Hello, ma'am. Okay. Alright, let's come down here and talk to some people. Let's see. High potion. Yeah, we've got plenty of supplies. What do you got? Ah, diamond stuff. Yes. So I think we want 2, maybe 3. We'll get 3 just for good measure. Let's get another priest's miter. Wait, diamond vest? Do we want a diamond vest? I want diamond armor. We'll get 1 just in case. I don't think we're gonna need it though. All right, let's sell all of our gold stuff. How does the diamond helm compare? Yeah, I don't want her to have it. Oh, but I do want her to have the diamond shield. Yeah. Let's sell all our mithril shields. Wait, let's sell 3 of them. I think that, yeah, Locke still can't equip better than that, right? And somebody else, it seems like. Anyway, diamond vest. Yeah, let's go ahead and equip the diamond vest. Because we don't need the Gaia gear unless we need very, Dorma Castle? When I tried to sleep there, monsters came for me in my dreams. Okay. I would like to talk to this merchant, please. Runeblade. Ooh, yeah, no. Oh, the enhancer. Yeah, let's get 2 or 3. Let's get 3. We can afford 3. Yes. So we lose evasion, but we gain 20 magic evasion and 7 magic. That's so incredible. Such a great sword. Anyway. I heard Figueroa Castle ran into some kind of trouble and got stuck in the desert. Uh-oh. Beneath the desert, nonetheless. There's a bunch of thieves hanging out in the pub. They say they all escaped from Figueroa Castle. Now, these are not the residents of Figueroa Castle. These are the guys that were in the dungeon. So, the road you took here used to be at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, I know. You should buy something to encourage me. Well, you should sell something that I want. Anyway, I think we have to go into the pub. We lost our old boss that day. He's feeding the sandworms now. We met Gerard. Is it Gerard or Jared? I like Gerard. No, Jared sounds better. I don't care what it is. I say Jared. He's our new boss. By some freak chance, the dungeon ended up right next to a sandworm nest when the castle stopped. A crack opened up in the wall, so we crawled through and followed the worm tunnels back to the surface. Alright. Gerard was flirting with me. The boss wants to sneak into Figueroa Castle to take back our booty. They've got it all in a storeroom there. They say they all escaped from Figueroa Castle. Yeah, okay, yeah. So they're the criminals. We're gonna go into the castle through a secret cave that nobody knows about. All right, let's go. All right. So now that we've talked to him, we should be able to find Gerard up here. There he is. Hold on. Let's make sure that we haven't forgotten anything. Yeah, and we don't need to stay in the inn. What's your problem? Aren't you Edgar? Edgar? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll take this too, kid. So he's ignoring us on purpose, playing it coy. And I've wondered if Sabin doesn't say anything here because it's technically possible for you to come up here before you get Sabin. So I think, or I wonder if that's why they scripted it this way, where Sabin doesn't have anything to say, because Gerard would say this if it were just Celes, because I don't think it matters the order that you get people in. At least between Edgar and Sabin. Don't play dumb with me, Edgar. You didn't lose your memory, did you? Listen, it grieves me to have to disappoint such a beautiful lady, but I've been Gerard since the day I was born. I've never met anyone who'd flirt with a lady who was trying to shake off his tail. And so he's trying to, not be, it's common courtesy the whole world over. So of course it's him, but. We're gonna be all sneaky like. You know the way into Figaro Castle quite well then, correct? Oh, do we ever? And lead the way, I'll take charge once we're in. Alright, so we go down here and we're gonna stow away. Very, very stealthily. And off we are to Figaro Castle. Alright. And we're hiding like right next to them, literally. Still need to shop. So this is this can be our ferry if we want to go back and forth right now. So now we're back in South Figaro. The boss of that gang of thieves is on the second floor. Okay, we'll talk to him later. Now, one thing to mention is if we had overlooked the items and the treasure chests, but at least they're working toward a goal, we could learn a few things from that. This is when you would that treasure belongs to us. This is when you would go back and get those items. This is when they would be upgraded now that the world has changed to the world of ruin, and we'll build it 200 times. Wait, does that even make sense? No, it doesn't, but it's good that you recognize that. Duncan's alive. I heard it from his wife. Oh, really? I gotta go talk to her then. But anyway, yeah, and some of the items are good. Like there's a high ether, I think, X potion here, there, Phoenix down. Well, Phoenix down, I think is like the worst thing that you get from all the upgraded items. However, I think it's unnecessary to get all the upgraded items. I mean, unless you're speedrunning the game, then those items are probably important, one or two of them, but. Generally speaking, this game's difficulty level isn't such that. Let's see. Is there someone to talk to up here? Let's go to the item shop just to see if there's anything in here worth. Let's get some more eye drops. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. There's really there's no reason to. Or there's no real need to get the items now or later versus now, or now versus later, or now versus before, or before versus now. That's how I should have said that. Anyway, Grams talks to us, but I take solace in the fact that my grandson survived. So many others didn't. So anyway, yeah, so the items are very good. And they're just not needed, though. They're just not necessary. I don't feel that they are, but they are good. Okay, yeah, we already talked to him. Oh, I think this is where we get the diamond armor. Get a couple of those. Yeah. And this Diamond Helm, Priest Miner, Diamond Shield. I think the Diamond Armor is a little bit better, yeah. And then over here with the weapons, Trident, Heavy Lance, Golden Spear. I don't think we need any of these. Use the power of water. Is there a boss? Let's see, attack plus 93. Yeah, I don't think we need any of those because Edgar, we always use the tools command with him. Let's go up to this house, to the rich guy's house. Now there's nothing left of my hometown, even if I wanted to go back. Oops, I always do that. Every single time. So this is the first town, as we noticed, that doesn't have the depressed theme to it. But now we have Kefka to worry about. Hey, stop! I'm trying to talk to you. It's always an after. She's talking about the staircase. So she says the same thing, no matter what. And then, yeah, this goes down. And of course, these are, you know, these chests have, I think, better relics in them, or supposedly better relics. But anyway, yeah, there's nothing here. We need to just leave. Anyway, but yeah, we can come down here to get those. All those items have been upgraded as well. And so it's a lot of good stuff. It really is. And I just don't find it necessary to do that. But anyway. Let's see. And yeah, that would have been a barrel that we would have gotten. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, so we need to go to the pub. Yeah, let's go to the pub, or the inn. Yeah, nothing here for us. Ah, come on. Hello? Yeah, we followed you here. You are Edgar, aren't you? Boss, everything's right. Let's go. Case of mistaken identity, my dear. Give it up. I do appreciate the palette swap as well. How they did that. How he kind of changed his appearance. That little girl stopped coming here. Haven't seen her since that fateful day. Figaro Castle is stuck below the desert with nowhere to breathe. The people are probably all taking a nap. That's all that they're doing. And then, yeah, there's nothing down here now. There's no sign of that merchant or the server who took lemonade, or what was it? This time it's thieves. That girl just doesn't get any rest. Okay. Alright, we already talked to him, and so, alrighty, off we go to South Figaro Cave. Let's go ahead and get the chocobo. I wish that, or I want to avoid encounters, so it might not be a far ride at all, but I don't want to take any encounters that are totally unnecessary. I think it's just around the corner, in fact. Yeah, it's just right here. So that probably was an unnecessary ride, but there's not a lot of monster formations now that I will want to take. Hey, look who it is! It's Siegfried. It's dangerous down beyond here. I'll go ahead and clear out all the nasty wild monsters. You just wait here, okay? Yeah. So spoiler: if we wait here, nothing happens. Yeah, literally nothing happens. So okay, and these chests as well. They have if we would have chosen to what am I trying to say? If we would have chosen to wait and not loot them, they would have been upgraded or had upgraded stuff in them. So, all right, and then is it the first or second one? I don't remember. Hey, it's Dante. I think he has a decent rage. I think it's like level 3 confuse or I don't know, death. But Dante has a fairly decent rage, I think. Oh, nope, it's not this room. It's the other one. Alright, what now? Here, boy, here's some yummy food for a good little turtle. How about that, eh? Used to have me a pet turtle. There's Siegfried. Why is he even here? Like, seriously, I don't understand Siegfried's appearance at all. Is it just, like, for comic relief, or... I don't know. I don't understand. I think these guys have a nasty ability. I don't remember. Okay. No, all these treasure chests are looted. And... oh, look, so is this one. He's like, oh, you caught me. Oh, come on, let's hurry it up. Yeah, let's go, let's go. We gotta go. Is it the Mad Sickle? Maybe. But that one's... okay, maybe they don't have a nasty ability. Maybe it's just the Confuse. So I do want to... let's see, hold on a second. Wait. We actually do need to get in one more fight. I want to see if, this is fine. I didn't want it to be a back attack, but whatever. Magic. Oh, I don't want to do 38. We only have to cast Vanish on Celes. There we go. Okay, now we'll run away. I want to see if Vanish will help us with this next part. I can't remember if it does or not. We'll see. Are you still with us? Just hold on a bit longer, okay? And when I say this next part, I mean the next boss fight. Can't breathe. So we see obviously that Edgar came here not to... okay, that's locked. Not to get the loot with the shenanigan or the shenanigators, the hooligans and thieves, but because he wants to check on his people and get them out of here. All right. I think I remember my array around here. I think they all say the same thing, yeah. And yeah, the enemies are all the same. Yeah, and with us Vanish, we won't have to worry about dealing with any of their nonsense. Okay, and then, yeah, chests, Crystal Helm, Gravity Rod. Is the Crystal Helm better than Mystery Veil? I don't think so, because it loses its magic. Yeah, and it loses its evasion and defense. Well, magic defense. It gives us, you know, pure raw defense, but not magic defense. So physical defense, but... and we lose 1 agility, so yeah, it's just not worth it. Ooh. Do we want that for the next fight? The Priest's Mitre on you? Nah, it's fine. It's fine. X Potion, and High Ether. Let's go, guys. Alright, there we go. So, while I don't think you need to have Vanish cast on yourself, I just prefer it that way so that you don't have to deal with the annoyance of the random encounters. Let's see, let's save that. We're gonna give that to Edgar. Or Gerard. Let's see, this next fight... Yeah, we're fine. We don't need anything else. So for this next fight, is part of the reason why I bought so many elemental rods. The Thunder Rod, Flame Rod, and Ice Rod, because they are very effective on these this next boss fight. So this is the problem. Got his tentacles all tangled up in the engine. What should we do, boss? The treasure's in the storeroom back there. I'll keep it busy. You guys go get the treasure. But boss, it's danger, boss. Just get moving. Edgar. Why are you standing around for, Celes? Give me a hand. Alrighty, so fortunately we do get the let's see. We get the, let's see, how do we want to do this? Let's just go ahead and use I want to say bottom right is it bottom right or bottom left is vulnerable to Ice Rod. That one. Ugh, come on. Nope, it's not that one. That one's vulnerable to it's gotta be the Flame Rod. Ugh. There we go. Let's cast Vanish on myself. I'm not sure if that's gonna help. Because they have items. There we go. Okay. Okay, so I think Thunder Rod's effective on that guy, yeah? Yeah. There we go. Alrighty, item. Ouch. Okay, and Ice Rod is effective on you. Okay, we'll do Flame Rod on you. And I think, hold on, let's cast Libra on you. Where's Antidote? So Libra, okay, level 33, HP, MP, no weaknesses. Oh. I thought that you had an elemental weakness. Let's use Flame, see if that does it. Or, I mean, not an elemental weakness, but I thought that it absorbed one of the elements. There we go. Yeah, see, the flame, or the rods work very well on these guys. So, anyway, acting like you didn't know me. I heard Figaro had run into some kind of trouble. I want to help, but how was I supposed to get here with the cat stuck near the end? Yep, so you use them. See, Edgar's using that that very high, you know, emotional intelligence and the way he can make relations with people. I mean, and they didn't even recognize him. He was clever enough with his disguise and with his charisma that the thieves, they didn't even remember or recognize that he was the King of Figaro who had put them away. Monster must have gotten him. Didn't even last as long as the old boss. Oh well, let's go. You don't care if they take it? Nah, we need to worry about Kefka. Not really. Yeah, let's go shake things up again. Yeah. Alrighty, the twin Figaro brothers are back. Alright, let's equip you. Since he gets auto-equipped, which is not to my liking. Diamond shield, that's fantastic. Diamond armor. We're gonna give him the royal helm, or the royal crown. Let's see, give him the Hermes sandals on one, and then what do we want to give him? Earring, maybe? Or the Zephyr cloak, that's a good one. Okay, now we've got 3 party members. What's in here? Oh yeah, we do need something from here. They took all the chests, but they didn't take the Soul Saber. It drains MP and may cast death upon striking enemy. So it's a pretty good sword. And I think that there may be a fight coming up. I don't remember. I'll have to check my notes when we get there. But, oh, we've got, that's right, we've got more, let's defend, and let's defend. Let's, cast, yeah, let's cast Phantom on everybody so that we can just be invisible. Because I think for the most part, I like how these guys have the hug ability. They just want a hug. Alrighty, and everybody's alive, yay! The crawler is interesting, how it has regen automatically cast on it. And the way it's all twisted around in its face, it's just weird. Creepy. Well, let's be honest. The fact that all these monsters got into the basement and just are infesting it and perpetually infest it from here on out, it's like they never go away. It's kind of weird. Alrighty, so we're going to Collingen. Or we go to the surface so that we can breathe. Yeah, we're going to go to Collingen. Okay, and this is a good place for us to come to an end of the episode. Alright, hey, thanks, sir. Alright, I don't think there's anything for us to see here, but we'll just talk to people. Who would ever thought air could be so precious? Who would have thunk? What do these guys have to say? I still can't believe that the power of magic has returned. Magicite can impart magical powers to humans. Amazing, I know, isn't it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't remember if anybody here has... Or shipped to South Vigor, okay. Yeah, some of the people like him, some of the NPCs, they just say the exact same thing as they did in the World of Balance. So, okay, nothing new there. Just kind of boot scooted up here. And, yeah, we've got all the chests and items. And I don't remember if these chests and items upgrade or not. Oops. I think they do. But I don't remember. I think I only ever made one attempt to do the upgraded items and loots. Edgar is simply unbelievable. First the nurse, then me. The man hits on anything that moves. Wait, that's the priestess, right? Yeah. How long do you suppose me to... Okay, so she's... says the same thing. Oops. And I think this NPC says the same thing too. Oh, nope. A raving nut job. Yeah, got that right. A raving nut job with the power of the Warring Triad now. Okay, let's see if there's anybody in the throne room that has any bits of information. Actually, yeah, let's rest for a bit. It's been a long day. Oh, King Edgar. Maybe they return of a loved one went and pleaded with them. Or maybe not. They all just might say... Wait, we went there. Okay, yeah. Alright, let's come up here and see if there's anybody in the throne room. I don't remember if there is. I don't think so. Yeah, just the shops. And they do have a... Did they have the same things? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Now, the funny thing is, this guy sells the very thing that we stole from the airship, the debilitator, and while we could have skipped stealing that from the airship, right? But I guess I just wanted to show it that you can do that because you might overlook that completely here at the castle because it's not exactly intuitive to think that the vendor might have new stuff. Both the Empire and Returners are gone now. It's time to give some serious thought to what's really important. So anyway, you might miss the debilitator if you don't steal and if you don't check the merchant. But anyway, it's just something fun more than anything, I think. Oh, and this guy. I think we all know who really deserves to be locked up in here. Referring, of course, to Kefka. And then this is just, yeah, the engine room. Okay. So let's get at... Oh, come on. Stop doing that with the stairs. Stop button failing. Alright, so we'll just exit the castle and save. And then in our next episode, we will go... Oh, that's our exploratory file. And we will go to Cullingan, and we will see what's going on in that town. So, until our next episode, so long for now.